Hi everyone and welcome to Talking DS. My name is Susan Syrek and I'm very excited about today's episode because we've got somebody very special joining us, my partner in crime and the other half of Dirham Stretcher, Selma. So she's just back from holidays and I know our community has missed her just as much as I have. So let's jump in and get started. Selma, welcome back. Did you have a nice summer?
Well, I did, thanks. Well, thanks to you, Susan, and the rest of Team Sum for holding the fort while I was away. You did a great job. And I'm very excited to be on the podcast as well.
Yes, well, we're excited to have you back on the podcast. So maybe do you want to start by introducing yourself to the community?
Yes, sure. So I have two boys, aged 6 and 7.
Yep.
My mom is German, my dad is Tunisian, and I was born and raised in Tunisia, where I went to a French school. So I'm a typical third culture child, and I like to say that I took the best of both worlds.
Okay. So I know that you know a whole lot of languages. Tell us what languages you know.
Well, so I started with 3 when I was a baby. So German, French, and Arabic.
Okay.
And then a few more later.
Okay. How many more?
A few. Well, English, in high school, Italian, Spanish, and later modern Greek, and I also studied Latin and ancient Greek.
Okay. And why did you study ancient Greek and Latin?
Well, Latin, because I wanted good grades, and it helped you in school.
Okay.
And ancient Greek, because I had to. It helped with my studies. I'm an archaeologist, and I needed all these languages for my work.
Wow. Okay. So that was obviously the languages was useful in your professional career.
Yes, definitely. So I worked all around the Mediterranean, and I also had to read and understand a lot of publications that were written in these languages.
Okay. Cool. So where did you live before coming to the UAE?
Well, I left Tunisia when I was 18 years old, and I went to study in Germany, in Paris.
Okay.
And after that, I worked in Rome, my favorite city. And after that, I came to the UAE. So that's been 10 years already.
Wow. And doesn't time just fly when living here, right? Just
It does. You've been here for 9 years, right?
It's going to be 9 years. Yeah, it's just gone by 9 years. So do you see yourself living here for longer or?
Yeah, sure.
No, she better.
Yeah. Actually,
Don't leave me.
I don't see myself leaving now that we have built Dirham Stretcher together.
Yeah, you can't leave.
No.
Okay, so speaking of Dirham Stretcher, it's been a ride. It's been an adventurous ride. Should we perhaps talk about Dirham Stretcher and how we got started and what was the ride to get to this point?
Well, I think that's a long story, but let's just say it was a tiny Facebook group that I took over from my neighbor when she left. She went back to Germany and I took over and I ran it, but it was a lot of work. And then you remember back in 2019,
she's talking to me as though I don't know the story, but I know the story. But yeah.
So yeah, I was looking for someone to help me, and then you jumped in back in 2019 as a co-admin.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have imagined all of this here.
No. And now we're at over 100,000 members. Yay!
Finally.
Took us only, 5 years?
5 years.
It was just over 5 years.
Yeah. I've actually been working when I was away this summer. A little bit. So whenever I got a chance. So for example, I went to Grasse in the south of France and I visited the factory behind L'Insolite perfumes. So we have these perfumes here at the warehouse.
We do.
And it was amazing to be at the source where they are produced and to see who is behind the scents. I won't bore you with technical details, but let me just tell you that these are very, very good quality. They last long. And they're well priced already, and you can save another 50% by using code SUM50 on our website, SUMDeals.
Sumdeals.com, just to be 100% certain. So you basically went out there, you did your research in typical Selma form, made sure that everything was correct, legit, and you were happy with everything that you found there, yeah?
Oh, yes, absolutely. So I wasn't allowed to shoot any content there, unfortunately. But I definitely made sure that they were legit. and I looked at the ingredients they were using and the way they were producing these perfumes. And the thing with perfumes is the concentration matters. So the higher the volume of oil, of fragrance oil, the longer your perfume lasts and the stronger it is.
Okay.
And so it depends. You have eau de toilette, you have eau de parfum. So eau de toilette is up to 15%, eau de parfum is up to 25%.
And this one
over
is?
that you have extrait de parfum, which is over 25%, an actual luxury item.
Okay.
And this is actually 30%.
Oh,
So,
wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like I should know this.
I think I told you before.
There's a lot of information to remember. But yes, wow. That's amazing. So in theory, it's got to last the whole day. So it's like at the top level of like luxury quality in that case, right?
Quality for sure, yes.
Okay.
Affordable luxury, because
Wow.
they're not that expensive, but quality, yes.
Okay.
And they are my go-to, so I use them myself. I've been gifting them, so I'm going to a birthday party tonight.
Okay.
And I'm actually gifting my friend this exact perfume, Mykonos, which is one of my favorite. So no, definitely, like, I think anyone, if you can make it, just come over to the warehouse and smell them. We have them all on display.
Yeah.
And you can also buy them online. And I believe we're getting a new shipment next month with a few more fragrances for men.
No, exactly. I was going to say, so we've got one fragrance for men.
Yes, which is
Which
Monaco, which
I
is very nice.
love it.
Oh, really?
I love it. I think it smells amazing. Like, I don't feel like we need any more because that one's just the best. But I know you've been working on more, right? So how many more men's fragrances are we going to have? Is it just the one?
I can't remember. I think we're getting 4 more.
Four more. Oh, that's amazing. Okay.
In addition to the others that we already have. So my favorite is Mykonos. It's a rich and floral fragrance.
Okay.
And then there's also Capri, which is very fresh and citrusy, but they're all great, actually.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. So I want to get back to the other conversation that we started off before about how we grew Dirham Stretcher to what it is today. We've got the Facebook group is now over 100,000, like we mentioned before, and we're working a lot now on subdeals.com and how we're really putting a lot of effort now, and we're trying to. Our goal is to really grow that and to help, obviously, the community find the best deals possible. And we've been able to source some amazing products so far. So, we're just going to keep growing into the future, I suppose.
Definitely. It's been a ride, a bumpy ride, adventurous sometimes, but very eventful and with lots of different things that we tried and did. And yeah, we have high hopes for some deals now. But what I like the most about us is how we balance things. So I'm more on the creative side. I got to create brands, come up with names, design products. I do most of the content creation. So we each got to do something that we like, that we enjoy. And you're more on the financial side. You are the accountant. You handle the finances, you source products, you organize amazing warehouse sales. And I'm usually one of the first to buy the products that you source.
Yeah, there is that balance, and I suppose like I obviously wouldn't be able to do it without you.
No, and I would never have done this without you. So I love the harmony between us. So this podcast was your project. I won't lie, I wasn't a big fan of the idea at first. I didn't feel comfortable with it.
Well, you've never been a podcast person, like you
Never.
said yourself, right? So
No.
you've never listened to podcasts, and it's not your thing, but that's okay, right?
I'm not, but
But you're
I'm
always
here.
keen to try it. Exactly, you're here, you're trying it. We've railed you in as much as we possibly could.
No, but honestly, I'm happy to let you lead this project, but I'm here, I'm showing up, we're in this together, and I'm really looking forward to everything that we'll be doing, to all the people that we want to invite, the discussions we'll have,
Absolutely.
about topics that come up on the Facebook group as well. And I believe you have been thinking about the next episodes as well, right? You have a whole lineup of people.
Yes, correct. So we've got a number of people lined up. We've got some really exciting guests coming. So I'm really looking forward to that, and hopefully we'll be able to teach the community as much as we possibly can about all sorts of things. About obviously. We want to try and get you guys to save as much money.
Yeah, so over the next months, we're going to talk about the property market, owner and tenants' rights. We're going to talk about health,
Yes.
nutrition, skincare, psychology,
Kids.
education. Yes, so anything
yeah.
relevant to living in Dubai and, of course, shopping. You have been working hard as well this summer, apart from the podcast. You've been working on the next warehouse sale, right? So can you tell us more about this?
Well, I don't want to give too much away, except that it's going to be very, very interesting, and I'm really excited about it. So the topic is going to be kids, from like sporting equipment to clothing, and we're going to be trying to source a few other bits and pieces, but I don't want to give too much away. So I will be announcing it more and more as more is confirmed, but it's going to be very, very exciting. I can promise you. So we're looking at probably towards the end of September to have that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will set our reminders for sure.
Oh yeah,
And
I'll be telling you.
I'll be the first to buy anything.
It's probably the best
as usual.
part. I know, it's terrible.
So every time the boxes arrive, I'm the first one to go through them. Like, okay, this is for me, this is for me, this is for me.
It's dangerous, right?
It
like
is.
you go through the stuff and you're just going, these prices are so good, and you just walk away every single time.
Yeah, just like warehouse sales, you don't mean to buy anything, and then you just walk out with your arms full.
Exactly. So come to our warehouse. You walk out with your arms full. But I promise you it's worth it. So thank you so much for tuning in to this special episode of Talking TS, finally, with Selma and, of course, myself, Susan. We hope that you found our conversation interesting and inspiring, and be sure to subscribe and share it with your friends and family. Also, make sure to keep an eye on our Instagram handle, where we will announce a giveaway shortly. We will be back soon on the podcast with a new guest and lots to discuss. We love hearing from you too, so don't hesitate to leave a comment or reach out with your thoughts or questions. And, of course, don't forget to stretch those dirhams. Bye!